All right, so I want to touch up on two games here, these live games. Right now we got Boston, Minnesota going, top of the third, 0-0, and Cleveland, Texas, bottom of the second, 1-0 Cleveland. Okay, so uh, we'll start with Boston and Minnesota. Right now it's 0-0. I expect Minnesota to win this game, and I'll show you why. Minnesota's going to win this game here or cover that run line because there's too much money coming in on Boston here. Okay, so they're taking Price and they flipped this line from 116 to 130. And then these three sharp books also moved their line as well. This one, 114 open, moved to Boston minus 123. So they're taking Boston because Price gave up 6 runs last game. But his previous 3 to that, he only had given up 3 runs in about 18 innings. So he had a bad game last game. So the public, they're thinking that he's going to respond very quickly, which is not always the case. He's going to have a similar game to the game last time out. So yeah, he's pitching well right now, but Minnesota might squeak out this win here at the plus 1.5. I think that's a solid play. There's just too much money coming in on Boston, and he's gonna give up. He's gonna give up some runs here. I fully expect Minnesota to win this game, or at least cover. They'll cover this game. So I like Minnesota here, as well as Cleveland. I like Cleveland here. They're up 1-0 already. This line pretty much held at even money or 120. Didn't really move from the open. Even at a couple sharp books, it didn't really move. It stayed around 115, 116. So if you look at Samson, on the other hand, Samson gave up 6 runs in his last game after going about 20 innings where he pitched really well. So I'm just trying to pull up his numbers right now for the Rangers. So Samson gave up 6 runs in his last game, 5 innings against Boston, but the previous 3 starts, he had gone about 20 innings, giving up only 5. So he's been pitching really well lately, and he gave up 6 last game, and he's already given up 1. So yeah, I like Cleveland in this game. He's gonna have a similar performance because you have to remember these pitchers don't revert back to their average this quickly, and the public thinks otherwise. The public always plays. They think these pitchers are gonna revert back to their average like within a snap, and that's not always the case here. And that's why these lines move a certain direction, you know, and the other side ends up winning. So we got 2 games right now. We're tracking Minnesota on the run line. It's 0-0 right now. Most likely they should win as well. And also we got Cleveland here. Cleveland on the road, about 116, 120 favorite. They should get the job done as well. And we'll be updating these games as soon as they go final. Okay, update on this video. Right here, the final scores, Boston and Cleveland, another 2-0 day. Okay, if you know how to pick these games, you can do this yourself. Okay, so Minnesota ends up winning this game just like I said they would. They won 4-3 in 17 innings. This game went 17 innings. It's interesting because in the bottom of the 17th, the Twins had a runner at first, and the batter at bat went to bunt it, and he actually stepped out of the batter's box, which should automatically be an out. They went and they didn't challenge it, but the manager ran out there and was arguing, but they didn't give him the out there. So it could have been 2 outs with a man on first. This game could have continued to keep going, but it's interesting that they did not give the out there to Boston. And then right after that, there was a double, and then another double, and then Minnesota ends up winning this game 4-3. Okay, so the safer play here was on the run line. Like I said, the run line was a safer play, but they also won on the money line as well. So this game went 17 innings, and Minnesota did end up winning this game, just like I said. Okay, so also another prediction that I had was this Cleveland game here. Cleveland and Texas right here. They won 10-3. This was another this was an easy game to pick. Sampson here, he had given up, like I said, 5-6 runs in his previous start, and then prior to that, he had gone 3 straight starts where he had 2 runs, given up 3 or less runs in those innings. So he pitched really well, and then he had that really bad start where he gave up 6, and then he follows it up, which is this game, with another bad start, just like I predicted here. Okay, so 10-3, and when these lines don't move on the favorite, you could get some good value, especially on these low money line favorites for the road team here. So Cleveland gets it done. They win 10-3. So 2-0 day. Hopefully this video was helpful. So I'll be putting out some more videos on these games as well.